I've realized that nothing truly meaningful in life comes without taking risks. Nelson Mandela once said that there's no passion in playing it safe, in settling for a life that's beneath what you're capable of. Throughout your life, whether it's been school, applying to college, picking a major, or figuring out what you want to do, people have probably told you to make sure you have a backup plan. Always have something to fall back on, honey. But I never quite got that idea. If I'm going to fall, I don't want to fall backward. I want to fall forward. At least this way, I'll see where I'm going to land. Without staying consistent, you'll never reach the finish line. So chase what sets your soul on fire. Take risks. Don't be afraid of failure. There's this old IQ puzzle, 9 dots. You're asked to connect all the dots using only 5 lines, without lifting your pencil. The only way to solve it is by thinking beyond the boundaries. Think outside the box. Don't fear dreaming big or failing big. Just remember, dreams without goals are only dreams. Reggie Jackson struck out 2,600 times, more than anyone else in baseball history. But that's not what people talk about. They remember the home runs. Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Every failed attempt got him one step closer to success. So yes, you must take risks. And I know you've heard this advice before, but I want to explain why it matters. At some point in your life, you will stumble, you will lose, you'll embarrass yourself, you'll be terrible at something. That's just part of the journey. This isn't the usual message you hear at a graduation, but I say embrace it. Failing is part of growing. When I was starting out as an actor, I auditioned for a Broadway musical. I thought it was the perfect role, except I can't sing. I didn't get the part. But here's what matters. I didn't give up. I didn't fall back. I walked out of there ready for the next shot, and the one after that, and the one after that. I kept praying and pushing through the failures. There's an old saying, spend enough time in a barbershop and eventually you'll get a haircut. Stay in the game long enough and you'll catch your break. I eventually did a play on Broadway called Fences. And here's the twist. It was in the same theater where I bombed my first audition 30 years earlier. So what's the message? Every single graduate here today has what it takes to succeed. But do you have the courage to fail? Because if you're not failing, you're not even trying. I'll repeat that. If you're not failing, you're not trying. To achieve something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done. Now, imagine yourself on your deathbed. Standing around you are the ghosts of the ideas you never brought to life, the talents you didn't use, and they're angry, disappointed. They say, "We came to you. You could have made us real, but now we must die with you." So I ask, how many ghosts will be standing around your bed when your time comes? I just returned from South Africa. It's a stunning country, but some areas are still struggling with deep poverty. And it's not just Africa. The Middle East needs help. Japan needs help. Alabama, Tennessee, Louisiana, Philadelphia, they all need help. And they need you. We need you, young people. I can't speak for everyone up here, but I know I'm getting older. We need your energy, your vision. So give it all you've got. Your time, your talents, your prayers, your resources. What will you do with what you've been given? I'm not talking about how much you have. Some of you are business majors. Some are future nurses, theologians, sociologists. Some of you have money, some have patience, some have empathy, some have grit. Whatever your gift is, what will you do with it? Here's one last thing about failure. Sometimes it's the clearest sign of where you're meant to go. Life is never a straight road. I started at Fordham as a pre-med student. I took a class called cardiac morphogenesis. Couldn't pronounce it, couldn't pass it. So I switched to pre-law, then journalism. With no real direction, my grades plummeted. I had a 1.8 GPA. The university kindly suggested I take some time off. I was 20, at my lowest. Then one day, March 27th, 1975, I was helping my mom at her beauty salon in Mount Vernon. There was an older woman there, one of the town's elders. I didn't know her, but I kept catching her gaze in the mirror. She eventually took the dryer off her head and said something I'll never forget. "Young man, I have a prophecy, a spiritual prophecy. You're going to travel the world and speak to millions." And she was right. Over the years, I've traveled the world. I've spoken to millions through my films, people who couldn't see me and I couldn't see them. But they heard me. And now I see you, the youth of today, and I'm inspired. Taking risks isn't just about chasing jobs. It's about knowing what you know and being honest about what you don't. It's about staying open to new people, new ideas, the choices you make, the people you love, the faith you hold. That's what will define your journey. Never get discouraged. Never hold back. Give it everything you have. And when you fall, and you will fall, just remember this. Fall forward,